Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dawn Baker.
And I'm Mike Seelam. The Writers Guild of America strike entering its second week. Thousands of writers are carrying picket signs in different cities after the WGA and Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers could not reach a new agreement. As a result, filming for some shows are being put a stop to. That includes some here in Georgia.
Well, we know that Savannah area is a very popular spot for Hollywood, so what could this strike mean for the hostess city?
Let's check in with our Flynn Snyder, who spoke with the Film Alliance and Savannah Mayor Van Johnson about some of those concerns. He joins us now live with more on what they had to say.
Yeah, Mike, Dawn, good evening. Savannah film industry experts say the area hasn't seen any major impacts, but they say with Savannah and Georgia being hotspots and hubs for film production, if the strike continues with writers demanding better pay, that could mean bad news for the local film industry, which brings in hundreds of millions of dollars to the area.
Local film industry experts are warning of the potential for tremendous impacts in the hostess city if the Writers Guild of America strike continues. Savannah Film Alliance founder Charles Bowen says any project currently filming is most likely going to continue production.
But as content runs out, that new content is going to dry up and disappear. So obviously down the road, there's the potential for a tremendous impact.
Bowen says even though the Peach State only has a handful of WGA members, he warns the strike could hamper the local film industry.
No matter where the production is being filmed, it was written by a writer. So obviously, if the writers continue to strike, it's going to have an impact everywhere, including Georgia.
According to the Alliance, 2022 was a record year for film production in the Coastal Empire, with the industry bringing in more than $440 million in economic impact.
When a production comes to town, they use every service in town. They use hotels, dry cleaners, bakers, anything you can think of, they need it when they're here.
City leaders reacting to the strike saying they haven't seen any widespread impacts yet.
As it persists, we'll find those challenges. Obviously, being a union guy myself, I would like to see them work it out.
The Film Alliance says this year's film impact is set to match 2022's, with several productions scheduled to film in the Savannah area through the end of the year. But Bowen says those films and the money they bring in could hang in the balance if the strike continues.
Anything that is set to film in Savannah that was still being written, that's not going to happen if the strike continues. So it could definitely have a major impact locally if this is not resolved.
Yeah, and Bowen says that a looming June deadline for the Screen Actors and Directors Guild to work out a deal with producers could force an overnight shutdown of the industry over the summer. But he says he's hopeful that that deadline will put pressure on producers to find a deal and bring this all to an end. Reporting live in Savannah, Flynn Snyder, WTOC News.